let's do some more practical stuff. We will. Let's talk about going to a local corporation for funding, because if you know, let's say you're doing a feature, then I recommend that you drive around that area and look at what's in the area, what restaurants, what cell phone companies, because you want to go to them and tell them that they are part of your neighborhood and that you're working on a film in that area, and approach them on a personal basis to get discounts. If you're doing a doc, same thing, or a short, because most independents, you know, you forget about all the little miscellaneous budget items because they add up. For example, From the Heart Productions, I had been going to Kinko's for years, and one day I knew the woman there because I'd been there so much for a lot of work, but I was spending $10, and so I said to her, how do I get a discount? Do I have to go through corporate or what? She said, no, ask me. It's that simple. So they all work with managers. So we're going to talk about what paperwork to take in and be ready for it. But recognize that you're going to spend a lot of money at Office Depot and Kinko's and CompUSA, and if you look back in your checkbook over 6 months to find out where in Sam Hill all that money's going, and make yourself a list, you'll be surprised. And that's your first group. That's your first targeted group, because even if you get a 10%, then you'll be happy, because it may take you 3 years to make your film, and who says that's the last film? So you have an ongoing relationship. But you can always get lunches, always. You can get equipment rental. You can get cell phones. You can get cars. You can definitely get grocery stores to give you the stuff for your. Maybe you're going to just get food for lunch and let your people have lunch, but you can get that. You can go to bagel shops, the local pizza parlor. Targeting small businesses is very important for the filmmaker, and you can end up with $6,000 to $10,000 on your bottom line of cash that you would have to spend that you won't spend. Now, all right. So how do you do this? Well, first of all, you have to get your whole film into 2 dynamite paragraphs, and you have to have that to win a grant. You have to have that to give to your investors, and you definitely have to have it to take into small corporations. So the first thing that you're going to do to go get money from local corporations or anybody, even for your donors, is the 2 dynamite paragraphs that tell me the story about your film. See, people who are running small businesses where you want to go in and get your cell phones or your rental cars free are busy. Most of them are working double jobs these days. And so you've got to be succinct. And so I want you to have your 2-minute pitch, what the film is about, the story, why you're making it, and what its benefit is. And then you have a 1-page proposal. And the first thing you're going to do is at the top of the page put me the story synopsis. So why are you making this film? Tell me the story. And then I'll understand why you're making it, because you will have a line in there of what your connection is. See, why you're making the film and the story are connected. Don't lose that connection, because people will be listening to you, but their mind is thinking, why are you making this film? So you want to tell them that so they will listen to you.
Say that again?
People are going to be thinking, why you? So you have to tell them that in your first 2 paragraphs. And sometimes, sometimes asking a question in the beginning of the pitch or the proposal is a very good way to get people's attention. You try this sometime. You turn it around and say, what would you think if there was a film that had the top 50 Afro-American actors in it, or a film that showed the top 50, what did you call it, the top 50 black films? of all times. What would you think of that? And watch how many times the people will say, what? Because they weren't listening. So sometimes asking a question will bring people back to the present and stops the chatter, you know, and then now they're listening. Now you can pitch because they're present. So if you can find a way anywhere in the pitch, but preferably sometimes it's at the beginning, to get them into listening to what you have to say. So you're going to tell them exactly what you need. This is to Shakey's Pizza Parlor. I need a lunch for 7 people on June the 5th at 1 o'clock. I want 3 pizzas, I want salad bar, and I want cold drinks. Very clear. So they can make a yes or no decision and walk away. And most of the time they say, well, we're too busy at 1 o'clock. I say, well, how, so 1:30? You know, be prepared to be flexible. Can't do it. 2 o'clock. Okay, you got it. So a cell phone. So I need 6 cell phones. Oh, can't do that. How about 3? Oh, well, yeah, we can do 3. Okay. And then would you rent me the other 3 at a very good discount? So be a good negotiable producer. The key thing to learn is that this is the business of film. We are in the business, and everybody needs to make a living. Yes, we give discounts to filmmakers, and yes, we're benevolent. Sometimes we'll give you, rent you something for 3 days and let you have it for a week. Yes, but what are you going to do for me? What's in it for them? That's always what you think about when you are going to ask someone for something. You do your own little balance sheet, and you say, I want this, 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 and I'm going to give you this. Well, that doesn't balance. So then you have to keep playing with it until it does balance, so that you, 1, you feel really good, and 2, you're explaining to the donor the benefits you will give them. So how does that work? Well, let's say you're in Shakey's, and you say to the man, I'll bring you a DVD when we finish the film. Usually they love that. That's good. If that's not, I mean, you can tell if you're getting through or not. And if the DVD doesn't work, then you go to the next phase and you say, I'll bring you a DVD, and you can come on the set if you like, and while we're shooting, and enjoy watching us film. And that goes right over his head. Then I want you to whip out something that you create. I want you to go to your favorite camera rental shop and take 2 people. And one person's going to put a camera on their shoulder, and the other person's going to take your picture with your cameraman, and you, like a good director, will be pointing. Okay? This is your still shot. Now you're going to take that and scan it in your computer, and then come back with Shakey's supports filmmakers. Top page, bottom. ABC Productions shooting local film and supported by Shakey's Pizza Parlor. And you carry that in with you when you're talking to them. And that's part of your little clipboard. It can just be on this kind of a piece of paper, but it's printed out, and they can put it on the wall. They can mount it. They can show it to their customers, and their employees will love it. You can do the same thing for your cell phone. Nextel supports local filmmakers. This is the creativity I was telling you about. Just use your own creativity when you go in to ask these people for something.